In this video, we're going to talk about the solution for problems number 61 to 70, and this is the part 7 of the General Education Mathematics Licensure Examination for Teachers Review. Number 61. The value of 1 in the number 357.21 is. The answer for this is 1/100. So let us review first the place value. So 7 is in ones place, 5 is in the hundreds place, 3 is in the tens place. And at the right side of the decimal point, it starts with tenths. So that's for 2, and for 1 is hundredths. That's why 1 has a value of 1/100. Number 62. 3 4/5 expressed as a decimal is. The answer for this is 3.80 or 3.8. Let me show you how to do it. We know that the whole number is 3, so we can put there the 3. And what we are going to work for is the 4/5, and we're going to change it into decimal. So when you change it to decimal, we just simply divide the numerator by the denominator, and you will get 0.8. Another way to do that is you leave it as a fraction, but you will find a way to make the denominator into a multiple of 10. So in this case, we can just multiply both the numerator and denominator by 2 to make it over 10. So it will be 8/10. Or you may write it in decimal as 8/10, which is 0.8. And so we're going to add the 0.8 there because 4/5 is 0.8. And all in all, it's going to be 3.8, which is the same as 3.80. Number 63. Which of the following is the greatest common factor of 18, 24, and 36? So let's find out the answer. So the answer for this is 6. So let me show you how to do it. We're going to use the continuous division to find the greatest common factor. So we're going to put 18, 24, and 36. And the procedure is somewhat similar with the least common multiple. It's just that you need to find a number that can divide all these three. Unlike the least common multiple that not necessarily all three, but at least there are 2. But here in GCF, or greatest common factor, it must be all 3. So all of these 3 are divisible by 3. Then we use 3. So divide 18 by 3, it's 6. 24 divided by 3 is 8. 36 divided by 3 is 12. Then let's continue. All these 3 are divisible by 2. So let's put 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And 12 divided by 2 is 6. Since there are no more common divisor for 3, 4, and 6, then let's now get the greatest common factor. So unlike the LCM, we're going to multiply all those 5. But here in GCF, we just multiply the one at the left, which is 3 and 2. So 3 times 2 is 6, and so the greatest common factor is 6. Number 64. Items bought by the trader for 80 pesos are sold for 100 pesos. The profit expressed percentage of cost price is. The answer for this problem is 25%. So let me show you how to do it. First is we are going to know the profit for each item. So we're going to subtract 100 minus 80, which is the original price. And so it increased by 20 pesos. Now to know the percentage of the profit, we're going to divide this increase 20 by the original price. So 20 divided by 80. Or we can write it this way so that it's easier for us to reduce. So we can remove the two zeros, or divide by 10 in other words, so it's 2/8. Then we can reduce further by dividing by 2 the numerator and denominator, so it will be 1/4. But it's not looking for the fraction, but it's looking for the percent. So to make a fraction into percent, we can just times it with 100. Then we can reduce this. Both are divisible by 4, so this becomes 25. And 1 times 25 is 25, or 25%. Number 65. Which of the following is not a prime number? The answer is 21, because 21 is a composite number. So again, prime number can only be divided by 1 or itself only. But 21 can be divided by other numbers aside for 1 and itself, which is 21. It can also be divided by 3 or by 7. So that's why it's not a prime number, but it's a composite number. Number 66. A contractor completed 5/9 of a job before a second contractor completed an additional 1/3. What fraction of the job is left undone? So let's find out the answer. So the answer is 1/9. So let me show you how to do it. Now it's given that it's 5/9 that was completed at first, and then another fraction, which is 1/3, was completed. So how much is left undone? So let's solve first what's the fraction of what is done. So 5/9 plus 1/3, so we cannot combine them because they don't have the same denominator. So we're gonna multiply 3 to the denominator and the numerator, so that the denominator will be the same as 9. And so let's copy the first fraction, and the second fraction will become 3/9. 1 times 3 and the 3 times 3, which is 9. Now they have the same denominator. We can combine them now. 5 plus 3 is 8. So it's 8/9. But then what we are looking for is what is undone. And this 8/9 is already done or completed. So the whole job minus what's done, which is 8/9. So instead of 1, we use 9/9 so that we can subtract them. They have the same denominator. So 9/9 is also the same as 1. So 9 minus 8 is 1. So it's 1/9. Number 67. Profits in the partnership of Bess, Bill, and Bob are shared in the ratio of 1:2:3. If Bell's share of the profits is 300, what is Bob's share? So let's find the answer. The answer for this is 450. So how did we get 450? So first is we're going to put the ratio given 1:2:3. This is for Bess, for Bill, and for Bob. So what's given is Bill's profit, that is 300, which is represented by the 2 units. And what we're going to look for is for Bob's profit or share. Now, using the information of Bill, we're going to know the unit value. So for each, how much is each unit represented? So 300 divided by 2, that will be 150. So each unit means 150. So now we can solve for Bob. So 150 times 3, which is 450. And that is Bob's share. Number 68. A man's regular pay is 3 per hour up to 40 hours. Overtime is twice the payment for regular time. If he was paid 168, how many hours overtime did he work? So let us know the answer. So the answer is 16. So how do we get 16? So we actually use a simultaneous equation for this problem, which is particularly elimination method. So I use x and y variables, so x will be for regular time and y for overtime, and that's what we are going to look for. And so we know that it's uh, a total of 168 that he was paid. So if it's regular time, it's 3 per hour, so 3 times x is the hours of regular time, and plus 6 times y, because it's twice the payment, which is 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times the overtime, the time for overtime, or the hour for overtime. Now the second equation is x plus y equals 40. So what is this? This is the sum of the hours, the regular time plus the overtime. It must be having a total of 40. So now let us use these two equations to solve the problem. Now we want to cancel the x because we are looking for the y. So if we combine this, we cannot cancel yet the x, but unless we multiply the whole equation by negative 3, so that when it's combined, it's going to be 3x plus negative 3x, and it's gone. So let us distribute. So let's copy first the first equation, and then let's distribute negative 3x, negative 3y, and negative 120, which is coming from negative 3 times x, negative 3 times y, negative 3 times 40. So it is distributed. Then let's combine now. So 3x and negative 3x will be 0, so it's gone. Now 6y and negative 3y will be positive 3y. And 168 and negative 120, if you combine that, that will give you 48. Then divide both sides by 3. So we still have y left. So it will be 48 divided by 3, which is 16. So the overtime is 16. Number 69. A man bought a shirt at a sale. He saves 30 on a normal price when he paid 120 for the shirt. What was the percentage discount on the shirt? So let us know the answer. The answer for this is 20 or 20%. So how do we get this answer? So let us use the usual formula for a discount rate. That's the discount amount divided by the original price. And so we know the amount of discount, which is 30, but we don't know the original price. So let us solve it first. The original price is 120 plus the discount. So 120 is the new price, and it's given that there's a discount of 30. So we'll just need to add that so that we know the original price, which is 150. So we use the formula 30 over 150. That will give us 0.20, or in percent it's 20%. Number 70. What is the simple interest earned on 10,000 invested for 3 months at a rate of 5% per annum? So let us know the answer. The answer for this is 125. So let us solve this. We use the formula I for the interest equals PRT for the principal, rate, and time. So let us substitute the whatever is the given. So the principal is 10,000, that's the amount invested, it's given, times the percent or the rate, which is 5%. In decimal, it's 0.05 per annum. Annum means annual. Times the time. The time is less than a year. So we're gonna write it in fraction 3 out of 12 because it's yearly. The rate is per year. That's why it has to be per written as year. But then it's only 3 months, so we're gonna write it as a fraction of a year, which is 3/12. Then we're gonna cancel this to reduce. We divide both by 3, so 12 becomes 4. Then 10,000 times 0.05 is 500 times 1/4, which is already reduced. Then we can reduce this further because they are both divisible by 4, so 500 becomes 125. And so 125 times 1 is 125, and that's why that's the answer. So thanks for watching, and I hope you have learned from this video. Check out for the next part, the part 8 of this lead review.